Hey, it's Chanel, and I'm back with another video after months, of course. I've been trying to get my life together. Everybody is, okay? So, today I wanted to talk about self-love, simply because I feel like that was something big for 2019 for everybody. We've been going through phases of trying to learn ourselves, learning what we don't like, learn what we do like, what we don't want to tolerate, what we will tolerate. I can say that it was very crucial, speaking from experience. When you aren't yourself, you will never be comfortable. When you can't fully be yourself, you will never be as comfortable and secure as you could possibly be. And that can stem from anything as far as your environment, your friends, everything. All of that affects your self-care and your self-love. Simply because of boundaries, one. People do not have boundaries. I don't care how long you've known a person or if they're family, whatever it may be. You have to maintain boundaries in order to maintain your self-love and your self-care. Yes, you can have the greatest heart, but at the same time, you have to learn how to be stingy with yourself sometimes. It's okay to take care of you. I know you want to save the world, you want to help everybody else, but you have to take the time out to take care of you. Take care of what you need. Do some of the things that you want to do. Put yourself first sometimes, and do not let anyone tell you that you can't and that it's wrong to be selfish sometimes, because a selfless person will be so selfless at moments that their life could be shattering before their eyes, but they're still make sure somebody else is moving forward and you know that they're okay. Not saying it's wrong, it's actually a blessing and a curse, but we have to learn and remember to put ourselves first. So, with self-love, I'm going to start with one thing that I feel like affects a lot of people's self-love these days, which is social media. Simply because, there is a balance with social media, but, you can learn new lifestyles, new ideas, better ways to improve your life. But at the same time, it creates some type of jealousy and envy within people, like, why don't I look like that, or why can't I be in that place? Which you can be, you just have to move at your own pace. You are on your own path. You are waking up and being yourself every day. Nobody else can wake up and be you. Like, you are being yourself. You have to show up for yourself every day. Think of how you are going to leave your mark on this earth. Is it going to be something, is it going to be something that was full of deception and illusions, or are you going to be you? Are you going to be your true self? The person that you see in the mirror every day and that you know exists, be that person. We don't have time for anybody to try to be everybody else. Like, we can't do this. Like, dig deep. Find your flaws. Find your weaknesses. And that's what you nurture on. That's what you do with self-love and self-care. You nurture on yourself. You find out what areas may not be right with you. What habits aren't good for you. What people are not good for you. Like, this was the year for that, to find yourself. If not, you gotta start. You gotta start at some point in time, because you're never gonna be able to love anybody until you love yourself completely, which means your relationships as far as friends, it can be romantic relationships, business relationships, when there's always any bit of jealousy, envy, or anything inside of these bonds that we create with people. They do not last because it's not genuine. How can you say you genuinely love someone else and you don't love yourself? How does that work? It doesn't work. We have to be mindful of our thoughts. We have to be mindful of what we take from others' opinions of us. Because, you may not notice it consciously, but subconsciously, if a person keeps telling you something, you do start to believe it. So if a person's going to keep telling you that you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy, after a while you're going to start believing that you're crazy. We have to be mindful of that and to not let other people's opinions of us affect us. Because you know what? Like I said, they don't have to wake up and live your life. They don't have to wake up and make sure you're good. That's not an obligation. Nobody is obligated to make sure you're okay. That's from the kindness of people's hearts, most of the time. But nobody is obligated whatsoever. Not your mom, not your dad, not your aunts, uncles, cousins, not your husband, not your woman. Well, not your man, not your woman. As far as marriage goes, in some way they are obligated because they took those vows, but you're obligated to make sure you're happy. You're obligated to make sure you're doing what you love. You're obligated to worry about yourself and your kids, of course, but you have to be together in order for your kids to be okay. We're not letting what people think about us affect us in 2020, starting this new decade. We're not going to do that. You have to stay away from the low vibrational energies. And you know who they are. You know. It's not a surprise. You know who they are. You know how you feel when you get around certain people. Don't let nobody make you feel like you have to be out of your element. That's part of the self-respect. We're taking care of ourselves. We're doing what we love. We're doing what's right. We're loving on ourselves. We're not sitting around pouting over anything. If you don't have a spouse, don't pout over it. Just wait. Because once you start loving yourself, somebody's going to come in and love you the same way that you love yourself. Because you would have maintained your boundaries. So, for 2019, right now, if you have not started, right now you should be manifesting everything that you want. What do you desire? What do you want to let go of? What is not needed in order for you to reach the next level? Because you are aware of it by this point. So what are you going to do about it? Getting our minds right. Okay. We're getting it all together. Blessings going to start coming in. New decade. Think about, what do you want from yourself in this new decade? What do you want for yourself also? What do you expect to see from yourself, and what do you want out of it? Be mindful of these things. And the point we're at now, everything is showing. Everybody is being true to them. Which is why I said this was a big year for self-love. People are realizing who they are. People are no longer asleep listening to what other people tell them about themselves. Yes, you're being you. When we come into 2020, this new decade, next year, let me just say next year, the seeds that you have sown and planted this year are blooming. They're blooming. You're going to see them start coming into fruition. As long as you're being mindful, making the right decisions, staying true to yourself. Staying true to yourself is staying true to God. Okay? So that's the type of stuff that we on. But, yeah, that's been my journey right now. I've been just loving on myself, getting my life together. You know, we got to do that from time to time. Oh, and I started my lock journey. I started with 62. So as time goes on throughout the years, I'll see how many I have been. You know, just letting it do what it wants to do. It's been a big transformation period for me. But, yeah, like, share, subscribe. I am doing better. You know, my little phase I had going on, I had to get through that. So I'm back, and I will see you guys soon.